Mackey and Judd, this Reckless Speculation Thursday. And we, on Purple Daily yesterday, we went over some of the latest quarterback rankings. I love now that the Ringer just has a weekly football cocaine quarterback ranking where they're just moving guys up and down every week. Kirk was like, I think, 12th or 13th on that list yesterday. And then Matt Castle came out and had his quarterbacks ranked. He had Kirk in the top 10, somewhere around 9th or 10th.
Mm-hmm.
And so Declan texted us last night. He's like, what if we
Why not
rank quarterbacks?
Why not
on
us?
Football.
one of our shows? I said, why not us? Yes.
Yep. How about us?
So who wants to go? Who wants to rank? Let's just do the top 15 quarterbacks in the NFL right now with these parameters. It's for this year only.
Mm-hmm.
Contract consideration does not matter. So you're not worried about like cap value, any of that crap. And so it's basically who do you want right now this season as your quarterback to lead you for a 3-hour football game? 1 through 15.
All right. I ranked, for clarity
You took the
here,
rules and did something completely different.
1 through 11. I stopped at 11. I didn't get through 15, but I can easily get through.
We literally said 15.
I knew it.
Oh,
I knew he was gonna
I didn't
do
read that
something.
part. I literally didn't read that part. I just saw let's rank them. And so I was going to do top 10, and then I stopped. I did not see the 15.
I'm going to
That's
open
my
up
fault.
this text thread here.
That's my fault. I'm going to admit it right now. I goofed up. I screwed up. I don't actually feel too bad about it because, I mean, I'm just 4 shy of the list.
I asked 10, and Phil, I'm pretty sure, said, let's go top 15.
Oh, see, I saw 10. That's what happened. I saw yours, and I just stopped right there. I didn't bother following through.
Okay, so initially we said we were talking about what are we gonna? We need a good second segment for Mackey and Judd today, and
I saw that.
so
Yep.
might be fun to just lead with old tweets exposed. There's a lot of incriminating things about us wanting to blow it all up.
Yep.
And then Declan says it might be fun for us to do our own
I remember
quarterback
that, too.
rankings. Where does Cousins rank?
I remember that.
And Dex goes, let's do it. Top 10 for top 10 or how many? And I said top 15.
Oh, see,
And Judd, you even gave a thumbs up in here.
Yeah, you know what?
You
Full
thumbs up
disclosure.
one of these.
Full disclosure, I was into the Surleys at this point, and so I thumbs up,
Incredible.
but I was just really enjoying myself by that point, and thought, you know
Okay.
what? And so I stopped reading. I did.
Okay.
I stopped.
All right, so Judd's going to give us. All right, why don't you start then? Your list will be quicker. Your top 11 quarterbacks.
My top
in the
11
NFL,
quarterbacks. My top 11, which was a top 10, and then I was like, should I put the? You know what? Also mention. So I do apologize.
Start at the top so we can preserve some Kirk drama.
Yep. No. I'll
Unless
start
the
at the top.
drama's at the top and
Nope.
you want to flip it around.
Nope. So I went more along the lines of what Castle did too, as well, because the Ringer one I really don't like that much. I feel like they're being too cute. So number 1, Patrick Mahomes. That's really not too hard. Number 2, despite the loss on Sunday, I still contend Josh Allen is the second best.
Wow.
Number 3 right now, and now we start to get up very much more so based on what we're seeing presently as well, Jalen Hurts.
Oh, interesting.
Because they are, they're 8-1 as well. He has played really well. Certainly if this was a Ringer type of exercise, I would not have Hurts third. Number 4, Joe Burrow. I still contend he's a very good player.
You mean fourth? You said fourth?
Yeah, fourth.
Yep.
Yeah,
Number
fourth.
4, Joe Burrow. Number 5, Lamar Jackson. Number 6, and this is because he missed time and his team was not good without him, but when he has started, his team has not lost. Tua.
It's hard to deny his impact.
I mean,
this
yeah,
season in
that's
that system. But he's got all this stuff. Okay, but he does.
He's
but he's
good.
driving the hell out of that car.
Yeah.
he's
Okay. But yeah, because you have evidence of what happens when he doesn't start, right?
Well, Joe Montana had Walsh and Rice, and he did. And guess what he did? He drove the bleep out of that
Yes.
car. So
and if Steve DeBerg played, they didn't win as much as they did with Joe. Yeah, that's exactly right.
I just compared Tua to Joe Montana. That's right. Sorry about that.
Number 7, Justin Herbert, who I believe, Phil, if I'm not mistaken, in the Ringer was second. I put him 7th.
Yeah. Second's a little aggressive.
Yeah.
Number 8, based on statistical success, not because I think he's... A year from now, I think there's a very good chance he's not even on this exact list, Geno Smith. Seattle, I thought was going to be a disaster. They're not. He has played well. The ninth guy, and this is a guy that I said, at his best, in my opinion, moves into the top 10. So I am following through Kirk Cousins.
Wow.
Kirk Cousins.
So many things here. This is
Yep.
This is quite amazing, actually.
Number
what you're doing here.
Number 10, Tom Brady.
Wow. So you, okay.
And wait for it, because it's 11, because I did stop. I think this was, as I got set to crack Furious 11, that I ranked this one, I put Dak 11th.
Wow.
And that, my friends, is my
This is
top 11.
incredible. Okay, I'm going to give you 15, which was the parameters.
The
know,
task.
Okay, so I screwed up the assignment, okay? What, do you want to fail me from the quarterback class?
I love, there's another funny thing on this text thread from this morning, too. I don't know if the Surleys were still,
Yeah,
but
it was
Declan
really
sends
funny.
a picture this morning of, wow, look at LeBron James, of all the people giving Paul Allen credit for, like, his crazy call of the game.
Yep.
And Declan sent a screenshot of, like, LeBron James tweeting, wow, Paul Allen is a national treasure and stuff. And Judd says,
did he?
LeBron shouted him out, too.
I thought that
The
was...
best is when
I thought that was McAfee.
even-
Well, if you click on the photo, it,
Oh, I didn't click on the photo.
Yes, no. Judd does this
I
all the
didn't-
time, where
I didn't
I will
click on
send
the
a
photo.
tweet, and this time I actually sent a little screenshot. But Judd won't click on the tweet, and then
Yeah,
he'll
I
go,
don't.
huh? I'm like, huh? Like what? And I was like,
What is
did
that?
you click the tweet? Did you?
Yeah,
did you,
no.
Did you hit? Click?
I often don't. Full disclosure, I often don't.
it's
Goodness
hilarious.
gracious.
Okay, so a few interesting things here about your list that I'll get to in my list. All right. Let's start with number one. I agree. It's Patrick Mahomes. Call me crazy. I think the second best quarterback in the league right now is Lamar Jackson. He's leading all rushers with 7.5 yards per carry, and he has a ridiculous touchdown interception ratio. There's just something unstoppable about it. This feels like the MVP season a little bit. I don't know if the numbers are going to match up, but like this dude's going to run for over 1,000 yards. He's averaging 7.5 yards a carry, and he can throw and throw deep. He's a big down the field threat. So, I'm putting Lamar Jackson number 2. This is who would I want right now? Give me Lamar and good luck stopping him. Number 3, Joe Burrow. If you take out the 4 picks he threw in that first game, he has 2 interceptions in the other, whatever it is, 9 games that they've played.
Yeah.
And he has helped dig them out of this hole. They have a couple weird losses in there, but I love me some Joe Burrow. And maybe I'm also taking into account what he did last season there too, but Joe Burrow is number 3.
Okay.
I have Tom Brady number 4. You have Tom Brady behind you, right? So right now, who would you take? You're saying Kirk Cousins over Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm. Right now I am.
You want to elaborate? Because that's a big position to take.
I've gotten to the point where in the year 2022, I don't totally trust Tom. And
I mean, he only has 2 interceptions.
he does.
He's only taken 14 sacks in 10 games.
He's 45 years old, and in the infrastructure of the team that he's on right now, like if I was to put him on with Moss in Moss's prime, that might change things. But given the parameters of where things are right now, I trust Kirk more than Tom. And at some point in time, he is going to go off that cliff. And it feels like there have been games this year where age has finally started to catch up. So my elaboration is a lot of factors go into me dropping Brady, who is an all-time great, just not at the age of 45.
Yeah, I mean, he is second in the league in passing yards, and so it's like I don't know. At some point, he's going to go off a cliff, but I don't know that it's yet. So I can't get to where you are yet. I still think
I'm there.
Give me Brady over Kirk. I'm not going to go too crazy. I have Josh Allen 5th. I would have had him higher, but he has just been a turnover machine this year. So if it's just like rank the peak of these quarterbacks, then Josh Allen is probably top 3. But he's been a turnover machine. We saw it against the Vikings. Mm-hmm. So he's 5th. I got Jalen Hurts 6, Justin Herbert 7. Again, I'm not going to go crazy and move Aaron Rodgers out of the top 11. I'm not putting Dak over Aaron Rodgers. I have Aaron Rodgers 8. And that offense started to click finally. He starts trusting these young receivers a little bit. So I'm not totally out on Rodgers. He's 8th. Tua is 9. But I have Kirk Cousins as the 10th best quarterback in the NFL. So we disagree on a few big things here, but we both agree. You have him 9th. I have him 10th.
Right.
I have Jimmy Garoppolo 11. He's like top 5 in passer rating. They're winning games.
Yeah.
So Jimmy G 11. Geno Smith. I know that Geno Smith's numbers are better than 12, but I guess I need to see more. I don't trust that all of a sudden Geno Smith's one of the 10 best quarterbacks in the league quite yet. Dak 13. Trevor Lawrence 14, Kyler Murray 15. So there's my 15.
Kyler's really fallen, no question about it.
Yeah,
Just
and how
doesn't
about
feel-
Cliff Kingsbury coming out after the game and whoever the backup quarterback was that started that game for them, and he was talking up just how professional the backup was during practice all week and attention to detail. It was like all the things that he wants Kyler Murray to do but doesn't. So all right, Dex. What's your
All right,
list
I'll start
look
from the
like?
top 2 and go down. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. We're all, I think, in unison there. It's for obvious reasons. Number 2 for me, Josh Allen. I still have Josh Allen number 2. I think there are starting to get questions about when he is in a one-possession game and when things are on the line, he does have a tendency to throw that pick. He does have a tendency to force something, and Buffalo's resistance, to run the football with the true running back forces the ball in his hands all the time, which in my opinion does lead to just more turnovers because he's the one who's rushing a lot more. He's the one who's going to be throwing all the damn time and when he's dropping back. But he's still widely talented to me. He's 2. I have Joe Burrow 3. I love Joe Burrow. There's something more of a cool, calm collectedness with him. He's not afraid to make any throw, and he's just really damn good, dude. I love watching him. In terms of just watchability, I would actually put him right behind Patrick Mahomes. Like, I love watching Joe Burrow play football. I have Lamar Jackson 4th, too, for similar reasons Phil said. I mean, the dude is the best dual-threat quarterback in the league. He's hard to game plan for. I understand playoffs have kind of been a bugaboo for him. He has not performed well in postseason games, but I think he's such a tough quarterback to stop. Even with some of his inaccuracies and limitations from a passing side, he's a damn good QB. He's 4th. And the 5th best quarterback for me right now is Kirk Cousins.
Wow. What? Come on.
I have jumped up to Kirk
What?
Cousins because
Whoa.
we are not taking into contract. We are
Yeah.
taking in gut feel right now. What I am seeing
It is
from
a
Kirk
gut.
Cousins.
It is a gut feel ranking.
This
I
is
believe it.
gut feeling ranking. And in terms of the actual athletic ability, and if we were doing this in a preseason, hell no, I would not have Kirk Cousins 5th. Okay, but the clutch factor, the different mindset that he is now switching, that I'm going to force to throw to my playmakers and get my playmakers the football. Kevin O'Connell has unlocked something there. He used to be so one-track mind, must take the check down on the underneath. He is now forcing the ball to his playmakers. I trust Kirk Cousins in big moments, which is mind-blowing.
So, okay,
he is
so
delivering.
Just to be clear, right now,
Wow.
in some crazy situation where a deranged man or woman puts a gun to your head
Yeah.
and asks you for a football take and says,
Yeah.
all right, gun to your head. The playoffs
Yeah.
are starting right now.
Yes, sir.
You have to pick a quarterback, one of these 2 men, to lead you to glory.
See what
And
you're
if for some reason, if that quarterback fails and the other quarterback succeeds, your life is over.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think that would be a likely
That's
scenario,
okay.
but
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins or Tom Brady.
Kirk
and you
Cousins.
guys are both saying Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, this TB to
Cousins.
me is not the
Yeah,
the
it's not
stats
the
might
same,
be
man.
fine. It's not the same to me.
I do. I do like that.
I mean, 5th to me is high for Kirk, but yes, Brady to me is not the guy who I'm like, oh, I got to take.
I would
Tom
say
now.
I would petition for the Super Bowl to be moved to 1 o'clock or noon like Judd so I can have Kirk Cousins playing in the
love
noon
that.
or
And
1
put a
o'clock
couple other
window.
games in there, too.
I
Yeah,
love
you know,
that.
just to
a
make
couple
sure.
CFL games,
XFL.
an XFL game. Yeah.
Yeah.
XFL games could be placed in there.
But yeah,
Okay.
I have Kirk 5th, man. I have Kirk 5th, so I know that's higher than you guys.
That's a
To
hot
finish
take.
my list, I have Tua 6.
Yep.
Tua leads in every major passing statistic. He, was it Mike McDaniel that says he catches the most catchable football he has ever seen, which is just a hilarious
Throw,
trait
Throws the
for-
most catchable
throws
Yes.
throws the most catchable football that he's ever seen.
Left-handed
He's been
thrower.
awesome when he's healthy, man. So he's 6 for me. I have Brady 7th. I have Tom Brady 7th. Probably more so out of a respect factor, but that just does not feel the same. He's also, I know he's always been a pissed off, fiery dude. That's who Tom Brady is. But there's something different in Tampa Bay. I don't trust it. I do not trust it all. Jalen Hurts is 8th for me. Obviously, similar skill set to Lamar Jackson. But I just need to see a little bit more. And even in the Washington game on Monday, I think you saw, all right, adversity hit him, and I don't think he knew what to do. And he kind of panicked a little bit, and that can happen in the playoffs. He's 8th for me. I have Justin Herbert 9th. For a similar reason, I think I told you guys yesterday on our programs that there's just something about him that, yes, he's widely talented, but his coaching seems to hold him back a little bit. And I understand you can only do so much there before eventually you're able to rise up. I need to see more from Justin Herbert, dude. Like, I'm not buying into the complete hype that he is one of the 3 best quarterbacks in the NFL. Talent-wise, sure, he has loads of talent, but I don't buy it that he's one of the 5 best QBs in the NFL right now. So he's 9th for me. I have Aaron Rodgers 10th. I think we're starting to see the fall off there. Similar frustrations with Brady. He's 10th for me. I have actually Kyler Murray 11th still. I think when he's playing his best football, he's one of the most entertaining guys to watch from, like I just said, with Joe Burrow at the top. I have Kyler Murray 11th. I have Dak Prescott 12th. Geno Smith for me is 13th. Give me Geno Smith. He's leading the number 1 offense in the NFC, man. There might be something
low.
here.
I think that's low.
I got him 12th. Judd, it's what do you mean you think it's low?
13th is low for Smith.
Well, you ranked 11 and didn't have him.
No, I did.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. My bad.
I did.
Sorry, you had him 8. You had him 8.
Right before Cousins.
I'm sorry.
Right
I'm
before
wrong.
Cousins at 9.
I'm sorry. You had him 8.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't leave him out.
It's
no,
hard. I'm looking
great.
at uneven lists here. It's tough.
So Geno Smith 13. I have Jimmy G as the 14th best QB. The thing that is kind of weirding me out about 49ers, maybe why I am not as scared of the San Francisco 49ers like you two are, or like Realistic Randy is the disconnect between him and Kyle Shanahan is legit. Like, they don't like each other. It's clear they don't like each other. He benched him for a rookie QB, or for the heir apparent QB, in Trey Lance. I think that's going to hurt them. No matter how good that defense is, no matter if they have Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel, great playmakers, I think that QB and coach relationship is going to hurt them. And Kyle Shanahan, although a good QB, Jimmy Garoppolo, a serviceable QB, you can have some disconnect. I don't think those two are good enough to make up for the disconnect. So he is 14th for me. And then the 15th guy, give me this guy. Give me Taylor Heineke. Give me Taylor Heineke as the 15th.
I knew it.
I'm glad I didn't go 15 deep. Now I am glad that I ignored the last part of the assignment, because if I had to say Taylor Heineke.
Because no one sells a pass interference call or a roughing the passer call
that
like you won a Super Bowl
play.
more than Taylor Heineke.
That was
man.
a genius play. And what Graham was thinking, I have no idea. Why would you come in there and like take Heineke out as he's on one knee? Dude, just touch him.
So another crazy gun to the head. Oh my gosh, this is my life is on the line. I have to pick the right quarterback. Taylor Heineke or Derek Carr. Taylor Heineke or Trevor Lawrence. Taylor Heineke or Russell Wilson. But apparently, isn't there a story that Russell Wilson's yelling code words at the line of scrimmage from Seattle that his teammates don't understand?
That's right.
Yes, he's changing play calls to the Seahawks system.
What is he doing? Oh man. So, all right, so we then collectively 5th, 9th, 10th. So collectively we have Kirk, what's the math on that, as like the, I don't know, 6th or 7th best quarterback. I have him 10th, Judd has him 9th, and Declan has him as the 5th quarterback he would choose right now. Amazing.
But he is now, despite the statistical fall, he is a top 10 quarterback if you had to pick a guy right now.
Yeah, and some of this also, to be fair to, the drop-off of Matthew Stafford, whether it's injury, his offensive line is totally ravaged. Russell Wilson has fallen out of this conversation.
Yep.
There's been other guys in the last couple of years, like Drew Brees retired 2 years ago. So there's an erosion of quarterbacks that used to be on this list, and I don't know that we've replenished it. Like Trevor Lawrence isn't quite there.
Right.
So he's taking advantage of some erosion here.
Like
and
Carr has fallen
Carr.
off the map in 2022.
Yep. No love for Daniel Jones?
Oh,
Danny Dimes?
Stop. Just stop. No. I'm glad I stopped at 11. I'm really glad. So I didn't say Taylor Heineke at 15.
Should we do some old takes, old tweets exposed here quick, and then we can get to our Purple Daily recording for the day. These old tweets exposed that Declan's about to put up, presented by our friends at Finch Home Solutions, Judd.
That is correct. And Phil, you know what? Let's say that you out there in Seattle or Declan, you were thinking about a hot tub, right?
I love
a hot tub. Like
Hot
this
tubs
is
are
the
pretty
time.
great.
Like you jump in, you got a surly in one hand. It's cold outside, but now you're in the hot tub. You're soaking. You're feeling great. But before you get that, there is electrical installation that has to be done.
Oh.
My friends at Finch Home Solutions do exactly that. Let's say that you are going to put in and install a car charging station, right? Once again, electrical work needs to be done. My friends at Finch do exactly that. And remember, electrical work in your home should be preventative safety too. So don't wait until something has gone wrong. Get it done now. And the best part, Finch is offering a free home safety inspection to all fans of Score North. Be sure to tell Cody and his team you heard about Finch on Score North. Special deals for Score North customers. That's exactly right. 612-357-2604 or finchhomesolutions.com. Finchhomesolutions.com. Cody, local, huge Purple fan, and a guy who wants to keep your home safe. And you know what he also wants? He wants you to get that hot tub. He wants you to get that hot tub, but you've got to have the work done first.
All right. We'll close our eyes here and duck as you pull up old tweets and takes. What do you got for us, Dex?
Yeah, so I went back and tried to find some of those immediate Kirk takes that happened right when the hirings took place with Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. So Judd was making the case that, should you actually, Phil teed up Judd, should the Vikings keep Kirk Cousins, or should they maybe, take a different one?
And so it's my belief that between these two smart young men, one guy in Kwesi 40 and O'Connell 36, it's my belief that they are going to say the Cincinnati model, while we would probably prefer not to go 2-14, is the correct one. And what Sean did was Sean literally plugged Stafford in as the last piece because Jared Goff is bad. The Vikings aren't in that position. So I think they are not going to see this as, let's try and replicate Kirk playing the role of Matthew Stafford.
And instead, here they are doing exactly even better than what the Rams did last year with Matthew Stafford.
The sad flag.
We're sorry. Judd Zolgad is out right now. If you'd like to leave a message for Judd.
Well, I'm gonna tread lightly and poking fun at you because I know some of the
okay,
things
but I
that
do
said
have-
around the same time of year.
I do have an early lead. Let's make that very clear. That is a early lead right
It
there.
might not be safe. We're not just gonna give them away. Like that's where you have to start the conversation. I would be shocked if it didn't evolve over the next 4 or 5 days. And at this point, I would be shocked if he wasn't traded. I think it's headed that direction. I don't think you should rule the 49ers out either. If Jimmy Garoppolo gets traded somewhere, if he goes to the Steelers or somebody,
he's gone.
I would not just land on the 49ers in a division that's now without Russell Wilson and having knocked on the door of a Super Bowl championship the last 3 years. They're just going to put it all on Trey Lance, who's played like one football game.
Right.
Oh, I was kind of right. They were very sour on Trey Lance. Very sour on Trey Lance. I think the
You'd be
Niners were
shocked
sniffing
if,
around.
Kirk wasn't traded.
Yeah. And I doubled down and said
And
Garoppolo's
he's
gone
gone.
too. And Garoppolo's now leading. I still lead. So
So Judd with his own take, and then he also snuck a quick take into my take.
Yeah, he's gone.
It was like
I
picture in
lead.
picture.
I lead. I did. I'm watching TV too. You can tell. I'm looking at the TV and I just sneak in a take.
And spoiler alert, because I'm not a Kirk hater, I don't have a Kirk
this is-
take to play.
Oh, you couldn't find anything, huh?
I couldn't find a Kirk take to
No
play.
Kirk hate.
We didn't give you opportunity to have.
You've always thought that he
I
was a top five
I just had him as the
quarterback,
fifth best
generational guy.
quarterback.
This
Yeah, I don't know.
is-
I don't have.
I'm
I
not
don't have, I
buying.
don't have a take to play.
I'm not
I-
buying what you're
you know.
selling.
All right, well, I guess congrats to Judd. I do have a tweet that's out there that people keep clowning me for, even though I have made fun of myself via Twitter about how, these guys are smart guys. There is zero chance they hitch their careers to Kirk Cousins. Zero. Not even a 0.1.
You know the funny thing is too.
Zero.
The funny thing about that take is we don't know for certain that they will long term.
Correct. And
Yeah.
we know that they were definitely having conversations
Oh,
about
yeah.
trading him for weeks and weeks during
What do
the
you mean
offseason.
Carolina laughed about that? Carolina laughed. And now they've all been fired. Oh, isn't that a shame?
Yeah. Now who's laughing?
Yeah, that's
Who's laughing? That's right. That's Mackey and Judd for today. A little reckless speculation Thursday. State of the offense over on Purple Daily, and a random Viking of the week that should be a fun one today. And if you haven't already, please click subscribe on the Score North and Purple Daily YouTube channels. Appreciate you guys helping us build this thing, and we'll keep rocking with the 8-1 Minnesota Vikings. See you tomorrow for Feedback Friday.
Love you, Kirk.